Hi friends, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Amy, your nail obsessed who should probably be doing something more productive right now, but instead we're making icy winter magic on these nails. Thank you for being here, and if you want more nail chaos and cozy vibes, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and of course right here on YouTube. All right, let's get into these frosty sparkly set because it turned out so good. Okay, jumping right in, these tips I'm using today I think are from AliExpress. We're doing movie magic today, so poof, they just appeared on the screen. Love that for us. For my peel off bases, I'm using Fzanest and Gaoy. For Gaoy, I definitely only recommend that if you want it to pop off in a day or two. But for the Fzanest base, I absolutely love that one. It grips the nail perfectly until I'm ready for it to pop off. And when it's time, I use my little tool under the nail and the whole thing pops off. Goodbye! And then it leaves a super clean nail bed. Nail prep and tip application, link here. For the cracked ice effect, I'm adding gel on the underside of the nail and then literally arts and craft time, but fancy. I just scrunch the wrap with tweezers and create these little crevices and lines, flash cure, and boom, instant icy vibes. And yes, let's do this on all the nails. It's addictive, and honestly, it's pretty easy for how cool it ends up looking. And while we've got a second, if you've been here since day one, you already know I'm not usually this chatty while I work, but let me know, are we liking chatty Amy today, or should I dial it back a bit? It could just be my Dunkin' cookie butter iced latte hitting a little too hard, but I'm kind of vibing with this energy. However, tell me what you think because your feedback really helps shape these videos. Now that everything's cured, let's shape. I'm not changing much, I'm just crisping up the sides because I love a clean outline. Then I grab my cuticle bit and thin out the base of the tip so that it blends better into my real nail. Quick buff, quick dry brush, and then we move on. Now for the fun part, the color. I'm using Beetles HEMA-Free Builder Gel. Honestly, partly because I want a little more structure, partly because I love the shade, and partly because it was new and I wanted to play with it. A regular gel polish would totally work here as well. All right, let's go ahead and repeat this process on the rest of the nails. I use my detail brush to gently pull the gel towards the cuticle without flooding it. It really helps everything look smoother and more controlled. You can see the product starting to run a bit here, so I flip my finger upside down to let gravity help us out. It kind of pulls everything back to the center so that natural apex forms right where we want it. Normally, I'd highly recommend doing one nail at a time, flash curing between each one. It just keeps everything from sliding around, but for the sake of this demo, I'm speeding things up and doing 3 nails at once, slip layer on all of them, then a dollop, and then guiding the product where I want it with my detail brush. I do have to work a little quickly because the gel will start to move, but if it does, just nudge it back to the middle, flip the hand over for a second, and then once everything is in place, I'll flip my whole hand upside down to level the gel, and then I'll cure the entire hand for the full 60 seconds. Next, I'm pulling out my Greedy Cake palette and grabbing the white shade. I'm just softening the transition between the builder color and the clear free edge. Think of it as a little blurry frost line. Now let's add some blue because what is winter without at least one blue shade? This color is beautiful. It instantly gives the nails that icy winter feel. Then I take my ombre brush and gently blend the top and the bottom edges of that blue line. I want the color to stay central but softened, almost like a little glow. And then let's just repeat this step across the rest of our nails. And listen, it's not winter without glitter. I don't make the rules. I mix some chunky sparkles with a clear top coat and just lightly place them around the nail, some on the nail bed, some in the center, a little trailing around the tip. Don't cover the whole nail. This is just for reflection and sparkle, kind of like the nail equivalent of fairy dust. For the thumb, we're doing a slightly off-centered 3D shell. Not perfect, not symmetrical, just cute and textured. Imperfect is the vibe. Now, if you love big charms like I do, you're gonna love this part. I take a chunk of solid gel, warm it with my fingers, and use it like glue to hold multiple charms together. I'm basically building a charm cluster. Once it's positioned where I want it, I press the gel around it so it holds long term, and then flash cure. And then just repeating the process in segments as I add my different jewels to the cluster. Now for the 3D flower. Why are these so hard for me? I swear I overthink every petal, but we push through. Once it's cured, I dust a blue pigment onto it, seal it with a top coat, and then let's add some pretty silver on top. The silver just snaps, very icy, very crisp. Let's add some rhinestone glue and tiny silver caviar beads to top everything off. These beads elevate everything. It instantly looks more dimensional. And for my ring finger, I'm adding a glossy top coat and then a deeper blue chunky glitter on the opposite side of where the lighter glitter is. And then the cutest iridescent bow. Adorable. Two of my nails are getting chrome, so I matte top coated them and then set them aside for a sec. I switched gears and started outlining my ring finger with silver caviar beads. I used a non-white top coat for this and placed beads around the entire nail. This took forever. I'm definitely getting pre-strung bead chains next time. Okay, back to the matte nails. For the pinky, I painted some random squiggly lines with non-white top coat. Then we're gonna flash cure and use a silver chrome on top. It's subtle and so pretty. On my middle finger, I added little dollops of gel to represent water drops and then chrome over the top of those as well. The metallic finish makes them pop. Finishing touches, the glossy top coat on everything. We're gonna cure for 60 seconds. And I decided to add a few more caviar beads around my gems to make them look like little tiny chains. It pulls everything together so nicely. If you're still here, you are a real one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had so much fun making these. Definitely one of my favorite sets. Here are some after shots of both hands because I'm honestly obsessed. Let me know in the community tab what you want to see next. I love reading your comments and getting ideas from you. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next video.